Good morning. Are you hearing me, Miss Elizabeth? I'm not. Are you talk? I don't think I'm hearing you. Oh, wait. It's probably me and Robert's not here. Dang it. Good morning, everybody. As soon as Robert gets down here, we'll get Elizabeth going because, again, Miss Technical Difficulties as always. Good morning, Miss Sandra and Gayleen. You guys were on right before I went live. Thank you, thank you. I just don't know how to fix this. All right. This is what you do when you're having technical difficulties. You call him on the phone. I went live and I can't get Elizabeth's voice on. What? All right, bye. He's coming. He's coming. We're waiting on Miss Lori. All right, are you guys hearing me? Fine. Good morning, Hannah. Good morning, Miss Beth. I'm going to be doing shipping again today. So I've got it all laid out here for me. Okay, good, Hannah. Just kind of seems quiet because I can't hear anybody else talking with me. Uh-oh. Good morning. Robert's on his way to help me with my technical difficulties. It always. I can't have anything without technical difficulties. Uh-oh, and here comes Lori. All right. There she is. How do I get them on?
Get feedback.
Yes, I'm getting feedback.
Can you hear Lori at all?
Lori, can we hear you? Uh-oh. She's gone. Here, let him drive.
You just keep going.
Good morning, everybody. Need motivation today. Holy heck, a half a pallet. Yeah, we bought a pallet one time. It was not good.
I think that would be fun to dig through it.
Here you are.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
Yay.
Yay. Well,
yeah, what happened with Beth yesterday? I was listening to your latest video and I had my phone in my pocket and my phone just started doing crazy things and it was like replying for some reason it clicked on her comment and it was replying to her comment all these random letters and dots and everything. I thought I caught it before any of them sent and I deleted a bunch. And then I got up this morning and there was question marks from her and I was like, oh dear. So thankfully it was nothing bad, just a bunch of random letters.
Well, you sound like we might be kindred spirits in the technical difficulty stuff.
Yeah. For sure.
Definitely. Yeah. You'll have to let us know what your palette ends up looking like.
Yeah. Do you have a channel?
Good morning, everybody that's still checking in. Let me tell you my experience with the pallet. We went to one of these local places here and bought a toy pallet, and mostly it was Walmart returns. It was full of cheap drones, and none of them worked. And it was such a waste of money. I think I made my money back, but there was definitely no profit.
What was it full of?
Drones. Those things that
drones.
And those flying airplane right.
That
whatever. It was bad, and so many things with missing pieces and nope.
So they were returned for a reason.
Yeah, most of them. So I haven't done it again, but I've considered doing it, just for the opportunity to share in the experience, because we have so many of those companies around here. Everybody's doing it.
So I am working on, I wish I could do something fun like listing, but but I'm doing bookkeeping because we haven't gotten our taxes filed yet. And my husband got everything else ready and he's waiting on me for the eBay stuff, which shouldn't take me that long. I mean, I've had a business before and I only started really in September. So I just got to get it added up and get it to him. By the time he gets home from work this evening, he's like, okay, I want to get these filed this evening because I was gone, for 2 weeks. And so I didn't get it done before leaving because I was working on our family directory. So I'm working on it today. That's what I'm doing.
Yep. We're to the deadline on taxes. And then I've got 2 sons who need to file their taxes too. So I've got to get them going. Because
my daughter Katie's works full time now, and so this is her 2nd year of doing taxes, and she got hers done already, and she's been spending her money already.
Yeah. Same with my daughter.
I have to pay.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
now let me ask you guys this, and ask the people in the group. There is so much different opinions. Does our 1099s include sales tax? I have scanned the web.
So.
I don't think so.
I don't think we have to deal with sales tax at all.
No, I know that in Florida before, I don't know, they never used to collect for Florida like a year ago or something goofy, but I know that I don't have to mess with it now.
I thought, and if you go on the internet, there's 2 different opinions. A lot of people are saying yes, that the sales tax, even though it was collected, we paid fees on it, so it's included in
that's
our
income. A little different, right? Because
and then you have to deduct your sales tax as an expense on your taxes. I don't know. I mean, one group says yes, another group says no, and of course, I don't know. I downloaded all the reports from eBay, and I guess I'm just going to have to go look through them again and see if I can figure it out.
Yeah, I think if you just crunch the numbers, you'll be able to see whether it's there or not,
They should also have a spot where they show how much sales tax they've collected on your behalf. So,
and they do. I went to all the, all 6 platforms, and they tell me how much sales tax was collected. I just can't seem to figure out for sure. And GoDaddy, I use GoDaddy bookkeeping for my tax stuff, but they don't put in there what sales tax as an expense, but my numbers are different than what they said too for my 1099s. I don't know. It's just one of those things. If somebody, I bet
there's a guy on Not Your Dad CPA. He's a reseller. Have you checked into him on his channel at all?
I'm gonna have to.
I'm going to too.
Nothing like waiting to the last minute.
And
I'm with you.
That's a good topic for today. How many out there in the chat have put it off to the last minute?
Every damn
one. We're not the only ones.
We always do. We always do.
We have so many.
This is the worst year
that it's like my mind is just like this. So there's so many different. And then we found out this week we're probably going to take on another house down here for an Airbnb, right down the street from our house. So that's just another added. Throw that one in there. But I'm excited about it, but it's crazy. So it's just another added tax.
Right.
Company, whatever.
Yep.
Let's see. What does the chat say? Anybody got any?
Yeah. Robert's still over here.
Well, that's what somebody said in the chat.
Oh, I'm not seeing. I've got this odd little thing here that's covering up my comments.
Says, according to eBay, they did not include sales tax in the 1099.
Oh. Well, that's bad because I already deducted sales tax when I was calculating.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought about it because I didn't think we had. Of course, every state may be different, but I don't think
Yeah,
we
I
in
didn't
Florida
think about
have to
either.
deal
I
with it.
thought
Yeah, Tennessee doesn't even do, we don't do state tax at all. That's why so many people, income tax, that's why so many people move to Tennessee. So I don't have to worry about that. It's just
that's
the
a plus.
federal. Yep. Yep. All right.
So how's you guys this week so far?
It's been good. I had an amazing sourcing weekend. So I'm
Really?
plowing through that now. I'm still so far behind on my videos. We're actually going to try to get another video out, a haul video out tomorrow, because I'm like, what, 5 or 6 weeks behind. And I've been trying to record as much as I can of the stuff coming in, but
Because you have so much coming in. I know Robert's worried about having a backlog of videos, but I know like we're seeing everything in reverse. So you probably, and you haul so much, you could do one every day for a couple of weeks.
I could
Get caught up.
especially with all that stuff out in the building. We finally unloaded the trailer because it's starting to get warm here.
I can't wait to see all of that stuff.
I'm
like, come on, do the videos.
Did you go to estate sales this weekend?
We had a rummage sale. Somebody else said they went to a rummage sale this morning. I went to one that was just, we were short on time. We didn't even know about it, but Mr. Sociable over here was talking to somebody at an estate sale who said, oh, by the way, have you gone to such and such church? They're having a rummage sale. So off we went, but I hadn't done my packages that morning and he had to go somewhere that afternoon. So it was like we had to get home. But yeah, I bought a lot of clothes. All their clothes and shoes were $1.
Oh, nice. I love that.
Yep.
Well, I'm still in the middle of rehabbing my eBay store. And let me tell you, my sales have been, just because I'm not adding anything new. I have stuff to add, but I've just been really hammering down on it and going through every single listing. I'm going to make a video on what not to do when you start your eBay or when you start your eBay store. Right?
Yeah.
It's very teachable. It's a very, seriously, I've gone through some of it. And I know eBay. I'm comfortable with it. I'm comfortable with shipping, but still, there's those little mistakes that if you don't catch,
right.
Yeah.
Sales tax is not included in the 1099.
Okay, Robert just said he read the definitive answer.
Uh-oh.
From eBay.
Aileen pointed it out. I went looking and found the link.
Yeah.
Do we get the rolling ticker on the bottom here?
Yeah. The sales tax is not included, which that's going to suck because now I really owe a lot of money.
It's not included?
It is not included on the 1099.
So you do not get to include sales tax as an expense.
Right. So you can't include sales tax as an expense, which is what we have done.
Oh. Like for the stuff that you bought or the stuff that you've sold?
When you sell.
When you sell it, they collect.
Well,
the sales tax that eBay collects as the marketplace facilitator to remit for us.
Yeah.
I thought it was included.
Amazon used to.
Amazon does. And so that's why we just assumed eBay did too, that we had to deal with, even though we don't remit the taxes for sales tax, they still included it in our 1099 for Amazon.
Because it was a revenue on
the
sale.
Right.
I thought it was just a wash. Like eBay collects it and
that's
they
what
remit
I
it.
didn't think we had to mess
And
with
we
it
don't
at
deal
all.
with it.
We don't.
We don't, but
Sorry.
he almost
The way Amazon did it is because it was a revenue on the sale, they included it as revenue on the 1099. And then when we filed taxes, we took a deduction for that sales tax that they remitted on our behalf because to us it was an expense through Amazon, if that makes sense. So we don't pay it or anything, but we had to claim it as income and then claim it as an expense.
Okay.
Because it wasn't
And
the
we
1099.
We should say to everyone out there watching that we are just discussing taxes. We are not trying to give information at all.
Believe you me.
We'll all be in jail.
The last accounting class I took in college, I flunked. So do not. No, I got a D. That was the second time around. So do not trust anything we say regarding accounting
Ever.
or law.
Yeah,
Let's find out for yourself.
I started as an accounting major when I went back to college, and I got to a statistics class and changed to education.
Yeah.
No.
I started as an
Yeah,
accounting major too.
I like numbers, but I don't like, I think I know what I'm doing is the problem.
Right.
Into it. Yeah,
So
there's
I
so
didn't
much to
think
it.
that the taxes had, like, we're not charged, that our fees are not based on taxes. I don't
Yes.
think.
It is.
I think that's
It-
separate.
I thought we got charged on the whole amount.
Like
I
the
think
exact one whole amount with
the
the
fees are-
shipping, with the sales tax, with the item, all one amount, and that's all together on your 1099. Because I know we have to claim shipping as
Right. As
part
an
of it, too.
expense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fees go on shipping, but I don't think they go on the taxes. I think it comes out after, from what I've been looking at. So,
See?
again,
Yeah.
we don't know.
So much different information.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
my one word of advice, and I'm not an accountant, but if you have a dedicated space in your home, right, make sure you're checking into the home office expense,
Right.
because we max out on that. Because technically I could probably claim even more because I have the building and all of the space but I just do the one that the safe amount.
Yeah. Better to be safe than sorry. Sure.
Do you use Rebel? Do you use a like H&R Block or
You do
TurboTax?
TurboTax, right?
TurboTax.
Yeah, I think we do the TurboTax self-employment. Now, I paid for an accountant for years and years and years. And a couple of years ago, I'm like, Robert, I was doing all the work. I would have all the numbers ready, and all
Just
he
hand
did
them
was
over.
sit there. I know. And then he'd fill it in and say, okay, you owe me $300. Or one year it was $800. And I thought, why?
Yeah.
But
You're doing all the work.
Yeah, if we go into me hiring somebody eventually, then I will hire somebody to do my payroll and if I'm going to pay for that, then I might as well pay for accounting.
Huh.
Yeah.
Do I pay taxes quarterly? Yes, but not enough, obviously, this year. But I just started this past year with all the other platforms and YouTube. So,
and you're losing child tax deductions.
And I'm losing child tax deductions. And so that, this was an odd year for us.
Right.
Yeah, that's the times when we have hired help, is when weird things have happened or a lot of things have changed, like if we've bought or sold big property or, stuff like that. And when my daughter turned 18, my oldest one, and we had to switch up how that was working. So yeah, but there was one time that we went to an accountant, and because I already had been doing my taxes in the past, I think it was maybe the first year we got married, but I had a business when we got married. I was doing Creative Memories, but then we got married and we combined our income. And so we thought, well, we should get some help. Well, I am glad that I knew sort of what I was doing, because we got the printout of what he said it was. And I looked at it and I compared it with my stuff, and I was like, no, this is not right. I know this is not right. And we had paid him money, so I went back and we had to have another meeting, and we had driven a long way to get to somebody, that Dave Ramsey recommended. It was like one of his ELPs. And, so he looked at it, he's like, oh yeah, you're right. Should be this and this. I'm like, yeah, I know I'm right. So I'm one of those people. It's like, when I know I'm right, even if I'm wrong, that kind of thing. But but that time I was right, and so I have just never trusted anybody since then. There have been a couple of times since then that we've hired. We found this other person who was actually a lawyer and a tax accountant, so he knew his stuff, and he knew what he was doing. But once things kind of calmed down, then we just went back to doing it ourselves, either TurboTax. This year we're using the Dave Ramsey software, but I feel pretty confident to do our own, because we know our stuff better than anybody else does.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm not.
Exactly.
I don't even want to think about the word tax.
Yep.
It's probably because I'm a control freak too, that I want to have my hands in it.
Right.
Well,
Well,
and-
I'll definitely be checking on it. I mean, I know what we make.
Yeah.
The IT nerd over here has everything so automated for us. We have all of our systems in place, that we we use specific credit cards, and he can download all of that information from credit cards and bank statements, and it just kind of compiles.
Hey, that's
everything
one
for us.
bit of advice I would use for someone starting out too, is to keep it all on one card, because that's so convenient, especially when you have different businesses. And as you get into eBay, if you go to sell to Poshmark, or if you start a YouTube, or I mean, you're going to have different funnels, and definitely.
Definitely.
I have to show you guys what's in my lap.
I hear it.
I was cleaning off Tiny Kitten Paws because he's been down here eating. Come here, you gotta look. You gotta see everybody.
Little
We're
boy.
cleaning off the meaty footprints.
How cute. He's
We're
getting
trying to find him
big.
a home. Katie has been fostering him. We started him out on a
I
bottle.
remember when you got him.
Yeah, so he's doing really good now. I'm gonna ask around at church tonight and see if I've got a couple of ideas for people to ask that I think might be receptive to having him. We love him, but Katie wants to keep fostering, and we can't always keep them.
You can't keep. My sister is
the foster.
My sister has 4 cats because she was fostering through a neonatal program, and then
That's
she kept
exactly
keeping
what would
the
happen.
ones.
Exactly what would happen. I can't foster.
He's a little sweetie.
Yeah,
Aww.
we have a friend who fosters baby opossums.
Oh wow.
Yeah, from roadkill.
Oh my
She's the one
goodness.
they call that says,
Aw.
okay, somebody ran over an opossum, and she comes to check to make sure. This time of year right now,
Aw.
they have babies in them. So,
Aw.
but yeah. All right. Cindy's
Put him
saying
down.
that she found a glitch in her listings, that a lot of them have reverted back to a previous address. Now, I've seen stuff like that happen on other Facebook posts. So, yeah, that would be not good.
Yeah, that would not be good. Especially
I have to go wash my hands. He was so messy. He's in that stage where he has to lay in the bowl to eat.
Right.
So Mutton Ridge Fine says she thought eBay. What does it say? I thought eBay collected that for the seller and remitted it to the state for us, but you still have to claim it, right? Is that how it goes?
Robert's saying no, not on that we don't claim the sales tax. It's not included in our 1099s. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go recompute.
It's not
Well,
good experience.
Right. So whatever's on your 1099 is what you made, and now you have to do the other deductions, your shipping, your fees, and then start compiling all of your other expenses, your supplies, your cost of goods.
yeah, and that's what I mean by keeping it all on one.
Yeah.
When you got to look at your stuff for the year, you can go take that card and take the whole year, what you spent, and there you go.
I have a credit
There's your
card.
receipt.
Yeah, we use a credit card as much as you can. Like when I go to a thrift store, I don't care if it's even $2. I'm going to use that credit card. And then I have on my phone a spreadsheet, because Nerdman here set it up for me, that when I pay cash, I keep a list. So then at the end of the year, he just kind of did the spreadsheet and said, okay, this is how much I spent in cash last year. So, but definitely keep everything separate. I didn't pull clothes. Can you pull the 3 pairs of clothes?
Yeah.
I forgot clothes today.
Yeah, eBay is definitely the glitchiest site ever. There's so many quirks, and you really got to stay. When you get up past a certain number in your store, you really got to stay on it.
Yeah.
Take a good look at what's going on. It's just the price we pay. Huh?
And the dropping of listings. That's my thing right now.
Guys, I have 5, 10, 30 items over here, because I went through about 500 items, and was going through and what didn't sell for blah, 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 taking stuff out. I found about 35 items that I know I listed. I know I listed them because they're in this, and they would not be in this if I didn't create a listing for them. So I got a whole haul over here of stuff that needs to be back in, and I'm just wondering if this has happened to anybody else and have their listings reappear. I feel like this has happened to me before, and when I went back and put them in for the second time, I feel like the other ones reappeared. And that's where I got some double listings. So now I'm just wondering if anybody else has had that issue.
I haven't noticed, but
and never came back.
It's annoying. But the first time I ever realized that this was an issue and I did an inventory, I probably had 300 things that were lost. But now it's not as bad. I think so far, and I've probably done 30 some baskets. It's probably been maybe 10. So
that's promising. I think it's have to do with a lot of my beginning errors as well. But you know, some of this stuff, it's like, I stinking know I took that photo. I remember this.
Well, I've had drafts double before. Like, I know, like, I'll make a draft and I list it, and then I come back and it's still in my draft.
You want to know why that?
I'm like, I didn't list that.
Let me tell you
I'll
why.
list it.
eBay self saves. So when you're working on something and you wait too long, they save a copy. And so you'll be going back and working on that one and post it. Well, they've already saved a copy for you out of the kindness of their own heart. So that's where that's at. that got me a couple times. So like doing drafts, just don't wait. Get it done, you know, or save it and go back to it later. Because again, out of the kindness of their own, they just decide to save things for you.
But on the opposite side of that, every morning when I list, I have at least one, if not more, listings that I go to load my pictures and I'm moving on, filling in the rest, and my pictures don't load. So then I have to, and it won't end. It won't let me at all. So then I go out and go to drafts, and it's always there, and I can finish it the second time around. So I'm grateful for that part.
I see that. I don't know. And then they changed. So I had text you about the listing, the new listing, whatever. What is it called?
Oh yeah. Did you ever get that fixed?
No. And I'm so bummed because it's now the new. So
I hated it.
Or warning, willy-nilly, they're just doing the things, Rebel. You're gonna wake up one morning and it's gonna be different. And it took me all day to figure out some, just to get a hack of it. And
I don't like that.
Go through and when you do your drafts, when you edit, bulk edit on the drafts, you can't go into where before you could open the one you were working on, you can maximize it, work on it, and then save and go to the next. Whatever. It's not like that anymore. You got to be to do any bulk editing. It doesn't allow you to really go into the listing individually as easily as it did before. So now you got to click into it. It's just a lot. I'm sure I'll figure it out, but that was a bummer.
Yes. So if you're not following the conversation, she woke up this weekend to the new listing page, that one that's been advertised on all of our pages that says,
it's a little pop-up window.
Yeah, that pop-up that says, where you can start doing the live videos and everything. I went into that one time. I did not like it. I got out. And
you got out in time.
Old one, but
you got out in time.
She got thrown into it this weekend without being able to get out of it.
Yeah, no click. And so, and then I remember when they switched this. I remember when eBay switched a lot of stuff before. You could go back into the old. You could use the old. Opt out, and you could use your old, old way of doing things. And I kept that for so long, and then now this time around, it's still the same, but I mean, this time around coming back to eBay.
All right. Laura asked if we're using List Perfectly. Yes, I use List Perfectly. I love List Perfectly for the fact that it's one of the few that you are able to do bulk cross listings. A lot of them, you have to do one at a time. You open up your one listing and then it crosses over. And I may be wrong. because I've used a couple of them, but I like the fact that I can go in on, and everything for me starts on eBay. And I don't, at this point, I haven't been using their, where you start everything on list perfectly and then you
Their
branch
analytics
out.
and
I don't do that, but I can go into my active listings and I can go click, 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 and I can do 10 or 20 at a time. I wouldn't do more than that though, because every once in a while it glitches on you. But I can do 20 at a time over to Posh or over to Mercari. Or sometimes, a lot of times what I'm listing on Mercari, I also list on Facebook. So it'll open up the 2 windows for me and I can do, 10 or 20 of them at a time. I love it. So if anybody is interested in using that, I do have a code. It's the Rebel Reseller. In the description, no capital letters, 1 word, and you get 30% off your first month. So definitely check it. I love it. I love it. So let's see. Let me get back to some of these questions. I have 2 mice here and I keep picking the wrong one.
And I, just to answer the question for myself too, I don't cross list at all because I'm still really new, and it's all I can do just to do some eBay.
Yeah, and eBay, I think everybody should start with eBay because it is the hardest. It's the hardest. But once you get it figured out, because, Posh, you don't have to figure out shipping and
nothing.
Just some of the others.
Sleep and list on Posh.
Yes.
For eBay, for us eBay people, right? I mean, it is. There's a lot of pluses to Poshmark into selling on it. I love selling on it. I do. I love it.
I had my first case against me this weekend that she said it wasn't as described. She said there was more wear to the bottom of the pants than I said, but I had stated in there, I had pictures and I said there's, wear to the bottom edge of the legs, and I won. That never happens. I won. They were like denied and they released my funds. I love that.
That's amazing. That's amazing. They do. They really, and a lot of the times they'll pay the seller and the buyer and they'll just squash it so nobody's PO'd, But yeah, they're really, I love their policies and their shipping. I sold a VCR last week for $75 too.
Wow.
On Poshmark, but I was able to use 2 large priority boxes. I just, ripped the side, put it together and made it bigger and shipped it just like that, wrapped it in bubble wrap and shipped it up, and it fit. It fit perfect into 2.
Frankenbox.
And that's what it was. But I mean, it didn't look terrible. It actually looked kind of like, because I just broke the sides. But that's unheard of. You know how much that would have cost to ship on eBay like that?
Yep. So Lori, somebody's asking, where's your channel?
It's there.
We've got
I'm working on it. I have so much going on right now.
Have you posted something?
You get on my butt, I'll do it. It's there. I did do some I did do a short, and I got one video that I am editing, and hopefully it'll be up this week. Let's just cross our fingers.
Well, if you've got a short, can we go to it and subscribe?
I think so.
We've got your TikTok channel, I think, down in the
Lori Jean.
Yeah, there should be a short right under there. It should be a few.
All right, I'm gonna go look and see. Are you or can you send me a link like to my Instagram or anything?
Yep,
so I can pull it up.
All right, let me ask another question. This morning I had somebody on Facebook send me a screenshot saying they could not buy my item. There was no buy. So I went ahead and sent him a PayPal invoice. This is the first time I've ever done that. Is there going to be an issue? It should still be legit, right? I marked it through Facebook. But it's the first I think that's why my Facebook sales are awful, is the buy buttons aren't there.
Lori, I found you. Don't worry about sending it. I got it.
Okay. I just got on Facebook. You got it? Okay. Yeah, so
I'm your second subscriber.
I've been getting my butt together and getting that going. I promise.
Yay.
I have so much to share.
Rebel, I'm sorry. What were you saying? I just wanted to, before she went to a lot of trouble, I wanted to let her know that I found her. What were you saying?
If you sell something on Facebook and ship it through, and they pay you through PayPal because Facebook isn't taking payments, there's no problem, right? No
No,
problem.
you can get paid from Facebook sales through anything. I think
Okay.
they'll allow you to do
I
like
thought
Zelle
so.
and Cash App and stuff like that. You don't have to go directly through PayPal. eBay, you do, right?
Right.
They'll get you.
But I went ahead and just charged him what Facebook would have charged him as far as the shipping. So it seemed okay. But yeah, it's odd. There's no buy button on my stuff. So
The person in the comments who asked, what is Lori's channel? What I did was went to YouTube and I just searched Lori Jean, and it wasn't immediate. I had to scroll down a little bit, but then you'll see her thumbnail.
No, it's new.
Like she's in a swimsuit with
I
sunglasses.
think I'm my only subscriber.
Well, I'm your second one now. I just subscribed.
I'm going.
Woot woot.
I have like 10 subscribers on my toy channel now. Oh, and somebody sent me a message wanting to buy one of my toys.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah. So that was good.
Nice. Speaking of toys, so I found this toy.
Yay.
Cody robot.
Oh, there you are.
So, Lori, did you already do the workroom live list with me?
Nope, I just started. Nope, not yet. I just was messing with my channel, and I actually don't know. I think I was through StreamYard. I think
it's scheduled for March 18th.
That's what I mean. I think it was just something that.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I should get that out of there.
You could delete it, or you could schedule a new one. Schedule it for.
I probably should schedule a new. I was messing with StreamYard, and then I just figured out how to do all that fancy stuff. So I probably just left it up.
I think you can delete it.
We should.
All right. Have we missed anybody's questions? Let's see.
All right, I gotta get back to work here.
Issue with the search. Right, so Galen said she had issues with the search on her eBay account for active listings. I would search an item, it's not there, and when I relist it, there will be 2. Yeah. I've had a couple of things that got duplicated that were just odd happenings. But there is, if you look up on Google, well, shoot, let me try to find it myself. There are programs that you can run that will tell you if you've got duplicate listings or suspected duplicate listings. And I do that every once in a while. And so far I've caught one in like this past year, but a lot of times it's because I have the same item listed with different conditions. But let me see. Make sure you run that. I keep it as a bookmark. Right.
Rebel, I'm hearing a little bit of an echo from you.
Robert?
I don't know if you have something else open or what.
Nope. He says it's not me.
Okay. I only hear it when you talk. I don't hear it when Lori talks. Do y'all hear one from me?
No. Then it might be. Let Mr. Technical over here deal with it. If you look up eBay duplicate listing scanner, it pulls up this company called ISDN, and you just type in your name, your store name, and it will go through it real quick and tell you if you've got any duplicate listings, because that's a major no-no on eBay. That's why a lot of times when I'm showing my what solds, you'll see something that's got a number 1 next to it or a number 2 next to it. It's because it was a different condition, but the same title. And I didn't want eBay to think that it was a duplicate.
Yeah, they won't show your item at all. Like they'll bury you if you have double listings. And that's the reason why I'm going through my stores, because I had some double listings that I just couldn't locate. And I do believe it was from that exact issue that Elizabeth was talking about earlier with the draft saving and then creating another. And I'm like, I know I did this. I know I uploaded that. Instead of checking, I just did it again. You know, there's a couple of them. I'm certain.
Yeah, Hannah, sometimes I wonder on eBay why we take the time to do measurements, because they can just say doesn't fit and it doesn't matter. We got to do the, but on Posh, yeah, if you've got measurements, I think you're gold.
If you cover your butt out, yeah, exactly. You got your pit measurements and your stuff. They're on your side. There's none of this. It doesn't fit.
Exactly.
Or, you know.
So I'm glad that we decided to do that, even though it's so annoying on eBay. That doesn't fit or not as described, because they don't realize they're going to get a free return from me.
Right.
Yeah.
I find it's, and I hate to sound like this, but I find it's always there's the people I end up giving a deal to, and for items that are like $25 or under.
Yeah.
I sell a $500 coat and just raving reviews, you know. $25 shirt.
Did you show your toy? I do hear me as an echo. Did you show your toy yet you picked up yesterday?
No, I got in. I had to go into my YouTube channel, but I will show you now. I'm going to reschedule that, Elizabeth. So this toy, I'm going to look it up real quick so I can speak about it while I'm showing you guys. It has been just dragged at my thrift. Ugh. Found it nothing. But let me look up this toy real quick and I'll tell you.
Oh, let's see.
And I'm going to look up some time. But
wrong mouse.
Okay.
Good morning, Lisa of Jersey Gypsies is thrifty.
Okay, so this is called the Cody by Pillar Learning, Smart Educational Robot for Kids. And its ears light up. What I noticed is that it's a storyteller. And it's so bright. But it's got all of these little functions. It got all of these are associated with the story that it tells.
Oh.
And it's got 4 of these storybook outfits with it. The cutest thing. And one.
That's why I asked you yesterday, was it 2 different ones? Because you sent me pictures with 2 different outfits on.
Yeah, no, it had because I was dressing it up. I was so confused. I'm like, did I not make sense? That's why there was 4 outfits with it. So it is. Let's see. New, they're about $100, but the sell-through rate's pretty good too. As many as there is there, they're sold. So it should.
Is the original one just one outfit, and those are all extras?
That's what I was thinking. That was my question to you.
Yeah,
they don't come with the outfits at all. They come with just this. Yeah.
Ooh.
The outfits are separate.
I think separate.
Okay. That's why I'm bringing it up. I was thinking too, because one, I believe it was this one. Together sold for 60.
Right.
So I haven't tested it. You know, it looks pretty good. But I haven't tested it, and a lot of them on there haven't been tested unless they're brand new in the box. And these still seem to flip. So
I would test it and do a video of it and then double your price.
Actually, I'm gonna plug this
double the price
right now. So I'm hoping. I mean, yeah, maybe I should do it separately. Definitely. I was thinking
that, or do it like $199 with all of them. You know.
Right, and there's not enough. So the ones that went on auction where it didn't go high at all. It's like no interest in bidding for one. So it's definitely a buy it now item. And if I lot it up, I would go high. But I do want. I gotta grab a cord for this. I will be right back.
I found a toy the other day and I went to list it. There's none on eBay. There's none anywhere. It is a vintage Sanrio plush.
Oh.
And I went to list it, and originally I thought $129, just because I picked prices like that. And then as I was getting ready to list it, I went $169. And by the time I got to the next item to list, I thought, you know what? I see other people sell plush for like crazy prices. I went in and changed it to $299.
There you go.
We'll see.
What character was it? Was it different than Hello Kitty?
Yeah, it's Hush. It's a pig.
Oh, okay.
It
Yeah,
is-
because some of the other side characters are more rare, and they have a big following.
there were some of these pigs listed, but not this one, and not vintage like the one I had.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
even know. I always buy pigs when I'm at thrift stores and yard sales. There's something that do sell for me. So I didn't even realize it was Sanrio until I got home.
Did it sell already?
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have to wait for that right person. But it's the most expensive thing in my store right now.
I bet you sell it. I mean, you might take an offer or something, but
No,
I'll
you'll
bet you sell
definitely
it.
sell it. Anything
that-
Sanrio.
That
Anything
Sanrio stuff has a
especially
huge fan
vintage,
base.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I lived in Hawaii, and it's big in Hawaii. So I thought I'm just gonna wait and see what happens closer to Christmas, maybe. But yeah, that was and I think I found it at the Habitat store again, which is the same place I bought that Backyardigans. No, Rub-a-Dubbers. So, wait. Yeah, Lori sends me pictures all the time of some of the most amazing stuff she picks up on her little island. She's got a good thrift store.
Oh, and then
Usually.
look at these. I forgot to show you these. Can you see them, or is it too dark?
I see some
Right,
kind of southwestern pottery.
Yeah, they're two little lamps.
Aw. Oh,
Little guys. I got two of them.
Cute.
Aren't
that's
they cute?
good.
For $4. Can't beat that with a stick.
Nope.
So I'm gonna get those today. And today I'm gonna focus on newer listings. I have a lot of stuff that I've been picking up and just been sitting because I've been going through every single listing here. Let's see what we got this basket. Fun.
Lisa, I don't have Worth Point. I haven't talked myself into that one yet. But it's really like this big and pink. It was nothing like, I think the date, wait, I can go look real quick. I forget.
Did I show you guys this little
No.
aloe dish?
How
Little
cute.
aloe ring dish. That's adorable.
But if you want to if you want to just look up one thing on Worth Point, Amy from the Hustle Couple has offered that she will look up things for people. Like if you don't abuse it, she'll look up stuff for you on Worth Point.
Okay, let me see. I didn't even bother. This one is the Sanrio Zashi Kibuta. Oh, I don't have a date.
Let me see. I want to look it up. I want to see.
That's the
Very
pig.
cute. Very cute.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna list this separately then. That's my thing. I'm gonna get it started and then I'm gonna list the little guy and then I'll do these individually. However, there are none of these really. There's none of these single
Oh.
listings. Oh, I
Go
guess
try to find a manufacturer's website and see how much they normally sell for.
Here you go.
Let's see, Claudia. Let's see. I just started selling on eBay in January and posted a Hello Kitty with confetti colors and sold for $60. Yay. We love those sales. Yeah, I was watching the Hustle Couple the other day and she showed us sock monkeys. She sold for like $50-some. I'm like,
Really?
I don't ever find sock monkeys that are worth $50.
I found one on my trip, not at the store where I was at on the live listing, but the thrift store where my reunion was. I think I paid 50 cents for it, but it's a cute little sock monkey with Easter bunny ears. So it's probably too late really to get it listed this year. I won't get
Never
to it,
too
but
late to
I'll have it for
list.
next. I know, but I'll have it for next year.
Yeah.
Or I'll give it to my daughter for this year, and then by next year I can list it. I'll get double duty out of it.
Oh. Where's that at? Robert's going to tell me.
It's here. It's like 5 bucks in the bottom.
Oh. The Sanrio.
Yeah.
I do hear me as a.
It's occasional.
Oh.
I can't figure out where it's coming from.
Oh, this robot
Maybe
came
this
on.
one needs to have the volume muted.
And you can't hear it.
What happened, Lori?
This robot came from Shark Tank.
Oh,
Ooh, I like
okay.
that show.
That's got to be
Put
a
that
plus.
in-
That's gotta-
Put that in your keywords.
Yes.
As seen on Shark Tank.
And they're still in business with an annual revenue of $1 million.
Nice.
Jersey Gypsy, I'll send you a picture of it on Instagram because, well, Robert will send you a picture of it. I have such a
What is
hard
it?
time.
I want to see it. Tell me what it is. I want to Google it.
I'll tell you how it's spelled. It's Zashi Kibuta. Zashikkibuta. It's a 7-inch little
K-I.
Zashi.
I bet if you Googled
Kibuta.
Sanrio pig, you would get it.
Yeah. That's how I found it. Plus, it actually ended up having its name on the collar, the ribbon around its neck.
Oh,
Very cute.
he's so cute.
I love Sanrio stuff. See, if I had had a little girl, it would have been all Sanrio, but it's all right.
Is it like the Puffalum?
No, it's
There's some on here that look like that
Plush.
kind of material. Oh, so cute.
Yep.
I have a couple of pigs that are coming up. One is called Pippo. He's a boy pig, and maybe Zashi is
That's the Zashi is
one.
the one mine is.
Is a girl, maybe.
Yeah, I see Pippo too.
You have a picture that you could share, Rebel?
I don't know how to share a picture. I can show it on my phone.
No, here. Go to bring it up on
Where?
that computer. You
On
have your
this?
listing?
I can find it.
Yeah, but no, on that
On
computer.
here.
Go to your listing.
See, this is why I keep you around.
Those treasures. Zashi Baka Buddha.
I took Japanese.
Zashi Kabuta is what it is.
Yeah, I took Japanese for 2 years. I can read the English version of it better than.
It's cute.
On keyboard.
Ah. Right here.
Click on your listing. Now go to OBS.
OBS
Just go to OBS down there and click on screen share.
screen
Wait.
share.
And then pick the screen you want to share.
Oh,
Down the window capture.
yeah.
You gotta,
All
set
I am.
you gotta set the window capture.
All right, there she is.
Woohoo!
Yay. Oh, it's cute.
Aw.
Very cute.
Yep. I thought, why not? You know, I might sell it for 100, and I'm fine with that. Oh, very cute. All right, so now how do I get back out of here? Okay.
And where did you find it? At the bins?
No, it was at the Habitat Resale store.
Oh, that's right.
For how much?
I think I paid $2 for it. They seem to put $2 on everything. I'm going to do a video, y'all, probably in the next week or so, because I have started selling international like crazy. Like today I have 2, and not through global shipping, but the way I have it set up, it only gets shipped to countries that do delivery confirmation through the USPS program.
Okay.
So there's no there's no worry, because you're going to get a delivery confirmation when it's delivered. There's certain countries.
What's the benefit of that over global shipping?
It's much cheaper for our buyers. and I'm selling almost daily. I have international orders now. I turned it off when the pandemic happened and we had all those problems with the USPS.
Mm-hmm.
They were the ones I was having to refund because it was a month and 6 weeks and 2 months and they still hadn't received their items.
Right.
So I'm going to show everybody.
Well, and that
how I
happened
set it up.
in the U.S. My
Mhm.
sister sent me a box at Christmas of 2020, and it was probably about 3 months before I ever got it.
Wow.
It
This-
was because it was just lost somewhere in a warehouse.
We got this. Was it this year? Your friend, a friend sent us a Christmas card like 10 years ago, and she got it back in the mail this past year.
What?
She sent us
Wow.
a message. She's like,
That is the story of my life.
it probably the first year we got married, she had sent it to us, and it finally got back to her this year.
Oh my goodness.
Huh.
Did you see that all those treasures looked that up? 99 was the highest sold on Workday.
Oh, so my toy had sold for $99 on
crap,
Worth
hold on.
Point.
And then
What
Jersey
sold?
Gypsy,
That toy, the latest sold on it was $99.
Okay. So will you change your price or leave it as is?
Mm-mm.
I'm just curious.
Jersey Gypsy has a message about Vero's for Lori.
Because if you're the only one, you could set the market.
Exactly. I do that with a lot of my plush.
Ooh, that's
All
a
right.
good point.
Yep. All right. Robert said Jersey Gypsy has a note for you somewhere, Lori,
I see it.
Okay.
Thank you, Lisa.
about the Vero.
About the Vero for Shark Tank stuff. Yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, I didn't know
There's
that.
a Vero.
Well, like just the weirdest company is like Protect, and I didn't know Shark Tank, but I can see it being. I could definitely.
So you can't
some of the
sell it, or
companies-
you just can't use
I
Shark
don't know.
Tank
I
as
just
He
your
don't
keyword?
know yet.
go
Yeah.
and look at it.
And-
So
and that makes-
I'm sure I could sell it. It's just probably advertising Shark Tank, maybe.
Maybe,
I
yeah.
don't
You
know. I don't
can't
know.
use
But
that as
I'll-
a selling point.
I need to
Thank you for that. 'Cause that definitely.
So with the Vero stuff, there's a Supreme Court case that says that once you buy something, you could sell it unless it's a licensed thing. But remember, I'm not a lawyer or an accountant or a doctor. So what happens is that these
But you're an
companies,
awesome dude.
but these companies go after sellers, and Lori isn't going to have the money to fight their claim. So she's just going to be fine. I'll take it down and take the strike on my account. So, I mean, legally, according to how I understand the law, as not a lawyer, you should be able to sell it if you have the
Right.
money to fight their claim against you. And it's just, most people, it's just not worth the time. So they don't. So companies continue to do that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's just. I mean, I don't know. I guess if you're selling a bunch of one company's item and they want to know how the hell you're selling it, and out
Right.
from under them, I could see that being a problem. But this one off, here and there. There's
Yeah,
some
and you're-
companies, as soon as you put something on with their name, in it,
Bunt.
boom.
Bunt. Don't use bunt.
That's them. That's different. That's them protecting their trademark against claiming
Right.
something not bunt is bunt. But
Right.
you're not selling the thing with a warranty either. I mean, it would be different if you said this is new, it's got a warranty, the manufacturer's going to back it up, and you're not in their supply chain. I can see how they would have a complaint, but you're not doing that. It's used.
Right.
But they'll come after you, maybe. We found out a lot on Amazon.
Amazon is terrible for the getting your listings pulled.
Really. Well, and it's so massive. How do you even check? I mean, they have a Vero thing on eBay, but for Amazon, is there some place you can check for what you can and can't sell, or you just gotta wait to see?
Yep.
See, that's
Yep. And they don't do anything to help you at
Right.
all.
Rebel, there's a question about your t-shirt.
Oh, yes. This is my second alma mater. This is East Tennessee State University. When I moved here, I had my teaching degree in elementary education, but I was working towards a special education degree. In Hawaii, it's a master's program. But when I moved here, it was just a regular degree, bachelor's degree. So I went back to the university because I needed to get my credentials to teach special education. Finished my degree, no, my certification there. I was like 2 classes away from finishing my master's, but life got in the way and I never did finish. That's what happens when you have 3 babies in 4 years.
Oh, wow. I didn't finish my master's, but not for that reason. I just didn't finish it. I had one class, my research class, which was my project, my thesis, and I never finished it.
What are you doing?
And I just didn't finish it. But I didn't stay in that job that I was trying to do it for, and I just said I'm not doing it. So I didn't.
I taught for a couple of years and then just decided I was going to do, I had been doing eBay, taught, and then decided I wanted to stay home.
Yeah.
And eBay grew.
Lori knows. Maybe she could tell us how to get these straight.
Lori, we got some boots that are tip over. Is there any way to get them back up? He stuffed them with shirts, but when you take the shirts out, they just flop. Is that a bad thing?
You mean to ship them?
No, to list them. Look, well, it's already doing better. When we bought them, they were just like, oh yeah.
I was gonna say, ooh, I don't know. I would put cool noodles in them, but
That's
you
what
can
I
stuff
told
them with
him.
that. Yeah, you know what? If you just use some leather conditioner and really wipe them with like that. What did I use? Cadillac leather. That stuff is awesome. But just kind of wipe them with some conditioner or some whatever you have, some balm, and then stuff them real good. It'll stay.
It'll stay. All right.
It doesn't look that bad though.
Yeah, he just stuffed them this morning. I
And
think it
honestly,
might help.
people like them when they're, broken in like that too. Yeah.
You got them.
What's the word I was using? Authentically. They're authentic.
Authentic. They
Love
were
that word.
vintage shoes.
You see Aqua Girl put her like that on the bottom.
Authentic wear. Yeah, right.
I'm not seeing.
It's at the bottom.
I know, but I'm not seeing comments. Why am I not seeing? I mean, they
Scroll
are.
down.
Oh, now they're coming up. I've been stuck at the bottom. There we go. Sorry. I am technically deficient, people. Aqua Girl, thank you. Aqua. See, all right. Here's another thing. I say aqua,
You say it wrong.
and Robert says it's aqua.
Nobody.
Aquaman.
Crap. I'm out of this one.
This is some of the arguments that we have.
I say aqua.
See,
So since you brought up pronunciations, I wanted to ask, because like when I first started watching you, I heard you pronouncing different things, and so I looked up commercials, and I wondered. Then I never said anything because
great.
who am I? So what made you decide that you were saying gunned incorrectly? Did someone tell you, or how did that come about?
Robert looked it up because one day I was watching The Hustle Couple, and she said goon. No, she said gunned, and she goes, but Rebel says gooned. And
Okay.
I was like, am I
I remember
wrong?
that. I remember that
I was
episode.
like, am I saying this wrong? I have said this for 20 years. Gotta get a gooned. Gotta get a gooned. And sure enough, Robert pulled up commercials on YouTube, and
Yeah.
I still say in here, it is still gooned, but I am trying.
That's so funny. I remember that.
So I noticed the other day when you said gooned, and then was it Robert that put the little thing up about and spelled it GOONED?
Yes.
That was funny.
It slips still.
Yeah, well, it's fine. It's fine. But since we're on the topic, I also, because I heard you saying gans, and I've always said gans, and so I looked up that commercial, and they do say gans. Because we always did Webkins, and so Webkins and Gans, I don't know, they just sounds.
There's a list called Rebels words. In
And
our
it
words.
does not matter. It doesn't matter.
I
I got
But-
it now.
what the problem is, you know, I've learned so many different foreign languages. Not
That's
that
exactly
I speak it.
Nope, that's
Like
exactly
Gans,
Yeah.
in Germany, it would be Gans.
Right.
Probably would be Gund. But I think I don't know. And then I've had Japanese and I've spoke French and Spanish. You know, I've taken all of these languages and in my brain, I just connect it to a word.
Sure.
So, but yeah,
And
there's
man, if I
rebels
had that many
words.
languages going around in my head, I wouldn't be able to keep it all straight for sure.
Everybody
So
says
that's
I'm-
amazing. But there was something else that I always hear, and I thought it was funny because Amy, because I've watched, all their videos from the beginning, and sometimes Dan would say something and she would say, "Oh no," and she would correct him. So I know she's a lot like me in that she's like deals with the minutia. She always thinks about that kind of thing. So a while back, somebody, I think it was a live stream, and the nurse flipper was saying VHSs. And somebody in her chat was like, it's not VHSs, it's VHS tapes, because VHS stands for video home system or something like that. So you're not
Hi,
selling
Hannah.
those things, you're selling the tapes that go with them. So so now I hear Amy going VHSs, and I'm like, oh, Amy, it's not I'm thinking in my head. I haven't actually said it to her. Although, Amy, if you see this, you'll see it now. But it's VHS tapes because
Well, it's
you're
the
not
same with
selling
Legos.
the whole VHS.
I made a post one time about Legos in a group.
It's
and
not plural.
Everybody went on that.
Yeah.
There were certain people who was like, it's Lego. But you
Lego.
don't say Lego. When you're talking about it, you're saying, I've got a handful of Legos. You don't say,
Yeah.
I guess it should be Lego bricks.
But
or
is
something.
Is that because of what the LEGO stands for? Is that why you just say Lego?
I don't know. But I just know I hadn't even thought of it because what comes out my mouth hasn't usually gone through a filter.
Oh, I say Legos. That's
Yeah.
But
yeah, I
the
had
correct
so many
is
people.
the correct is to not put an S on the end.
Well,
And
Levi's.
there's usually I find that that's because whatever those acronyms stand for, like this is totally unrelated, but Awana. In fact, Dan and Amy were selling something from Awana. There's no S on Awana because it stands for approved workmen are not ashamed. So you don't go
Right.
ashamed, there's no
Right.
S, but people still do it. That's just, so there's all kinds of things like that. And this is me being ridiculous because I live to sweat the small stuff. That book, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, I couldn't finish it because I was like, no.
That's him.
I
him.
totally dwell
Back
on the
there.
small stuff.
You see how often he interrupts me in my videos because it just comes out and he's like, he just looks at, and like right now he is staring me down because everybody's agreeing with him over this whole acronym. He's staring me down, waiting for this moment because that's what he lives for.
I'm
Yeah.
telling
He
you.
lives for this.
Yeah, but as
because
long as
we're
we all
so
remember
far
that in the
removed
big
that they
scheme
just
of
jump
life,
on
it
it.
really doesn't matter. We're all just people and we all make mistakes and it's not a big deal. Because even though in my head I will correct people, I most of the time don't actually ever say anything. And then I will see people in comments like commenting to a video about something ridiculous and I'm thinking, just let it go. Just let it go. But yet in my head, I thought it, and I didn't comment, but somebody else went through and commented.
Yeah, the Aqua Girl is saying people who say the Dollar Tree, which reminds me, my dad calls Walmart the Walmarts with a K.
Oh.
The Walmarts. I'm going to the Walmarts. Yeah,
So what's wrong with the Dollar Tree? It's just Dollar Tree, not the
it's
Dollar
just
Tree.
Dollar Tree. It's not
just
the
Dollar Tree. What someone else said, Beth said, the ATM machine.
Oh yeah, because that's redundant. It's just the
That's
ATM.
so funny.
Yeah.
Exactly, Farm Girl Scavenger Noel.
Hi, Noel.
Not just Elizabeth, Robert too. Robert picks up on something like that, and it's like he has to say something.
All right,
Somebody
so
in-
Noelle is saying, honestly,
Somebody-
nobody's correct, but we all know what the other's talking about. Yeah, definitely, Noelle. And like I'm saying, I think about things, but I don't usually follow through and say them unless they bring it up, and then I'll be like, well, since you mentioned it, but, because it's really, I acknowledge that it's really not a big deal. And in the big scheme of life, it does not matter one
What is
iota.
that? What is that thing? You lighten up.
Lighten up, Francis.
Lighten up, Francis. He'll say this.
Lighten up, Francis.
Lighten up, Francis.
Is that from something? Is that a quote?
The movie Stripes.
Oh, I
Bill
never saw
Murray.
that.
It's
Lighten
funny.
up, Francis.
It's funny.
That's cute.
When I used to watch movies, it's one of those that are really
That's
funny.
from the early 80s.
Early 80s. I used to actually run a video store in one of my previous lives. I had a
love
video store,
I
a
miss the
dry
video
cleaner, laundry.
Really?
I miss the candy aisle. I miss all of it. The really crappy popcorn that you had to make in your microwave. Which I didn't have a microwave.
Let's say, wait, what?
Pan with tinfoil over it.
I missed the beginning of that story, Lori. I'm sorry. What were you talking about?
Video store. I miss the video store.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Blockbuster and the old mom and pop, People's Choice,
Right.
whatever. Yeah, I miss it.
We just had our video, the one and only video store in our town closed.
Right.
The last
Just
one.
recently?
Months ago.
Oh, wow.
Just-
That was
yeah.
always like when we were younger. That was such a treat. Like that was so,
Yep.
go to the store, pick your own movie, get a candy.
And then when my boys were little, it was go get a new video game and test it out to see if it was something they wanted to buy.
Right.
So Aqua Girl says that if you mispronounce that word, spelled Givenchy,
Oh, come on, say
I'll
it.
have a
Say it,
stroke.
Elizabeth.
So
Say it.
I don't even know how to say it. How do you say it? Is it like
I'm not
Givenchy or something like that?
Oh, Givenchy?
Yeah, there you
What
go.
is it?
That's not how
supposed
you
to
say
be?
it, though, is it?
Probably
I've heard
not, but that's how I would say it because I'm me.
I think I've heard Dan and Amy say like
Givenchy.
Givenchy or something like that.
God,
Yes, I know
yeah.
what you're saying.
I saw a YouTube, no, a Facebook,
Pretty sure it's not Givenchy.
It's
TikTok
Givenchy.
thing.
I can't even say it now.
Jordache. Somebody was trying to call Jordache. We all wore those jeans when we were young, and they were calling it Gordachi, making it sound like Tarjay. I say that too. It's kind of hoity.
Well, remember the other, like, couple weeks ago, I found a pair of Balenciaga shoes, and Rebel goes, Balenci what?
No.
Did
Nope.
you see about the guy in New York City?
No.
I was just reading that. There is in the next town over there's a sign for a jewelry store and it's spelled Jewellery or something like that. But I think that is maybe the Spanish translation of that because I've seen it in other places, but maybe that's how they spell it in Spanish. I don't know because that's in like the predominantly Mexican part of town, and that's not the first time I've seen it, and it's not the last time I've seen it. So, but I look at it, and I'm like, what? Who thinks you spell it like that? But I don't know. The Canadians put an extra U in everything. So it's not wrong or right. It's just different.
It's like Givenchy. I'm probably
Givenchy.
I'm probably putting the
I think it's Givenchy.
G.
Givenchy or Givenchy.
I don't
But you
know.
probably got the
Where are Dan and Amy when we need them? I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
I heard Dan
exactly.
say Givenchy.
that's what
Yeah, it's Givenchy. Okay, Givenchy.
Oh, you said it.
Yeah, that's what Aqua Girl
Givenchy.
says.
Oh, I see. Aqua Girl.
oh. Yeah, but the guy goes to New York for like correcting signs with a paint roller.
That's funny.
Yeah. And it's like Farm Girl Scavenger Noelle she's got her inventory under control almost.
Well, that's
You
good.
see that?
Hey, Farm Girl Scavenger Noelle, you could always come to my house and help me. My inventory is, look at this. Right now, I've got piles at my feet that I'm trying to work on because if I pick it up, I got to do something with it. It cannot get put back down for later.
I need to implement that law here soon once I'm through the rest of this inventory.
Ooh, Robert, I need you to
Yes,
practice.
Noelle, we figured that your GURL was intentional. It's cute. It's cutesy.
It's not illiterate.
Typo. And she just left it.
Girl.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, this is. All right, you guys were having way too. Ooh, guess what I have to do this afternoon?
What?
Dentist.
Oh, no.
Ew.
I hate it worse than any other medical thing we have to do.
Same here. Same. Oh, before I forget, I want to tell you what one of the little things I sold this past week, well, actually like yesterday or day before. You remember the little train that you guys helped me identify that had the face on it, and you said it was from the little people Mickey. I didn't have any figures with it. It was just the train, and it sold for over $15 plus $4 shipping. So I was excited about that. That was great.
Yep.
And I bought it at a yard sale for $25.
4 more days and I should have my inventory under control.
Beth says she loves the dentist.
Oh no.
Are you being facetious or do you really love the dentist? Maybe her dentist,
No
maybe her
stupid
husband's
way.
a dentist.
I
And
am
she loves
scared
her
of them.
dentist.
Here you go. She said she moved 44 years.
Oh.
Keep looking. You'll see it. You got to scroll.
Mine isn't scrolling right. Okay, now I see it. I think I'm just.
Jersey Gypsy says her storage unit is nuts.
I think we all have these piles, and I don't think it's a bad thing. I really don't.
Right.
I've been watching this girl. I cannot think of her name, but she's got tags in her name. Something tags or tag something. But she sells a lot of clothes. But she, I think, intentionally now keeps
common
bunch of
tags.
stuff. Yes, she keeps an intentional box
What's her name? Oh,
so that if we ever go into lockdown or anything like that, or something happens and she doesn't have inventory, she does.
yeah,
have
she's
inventory.
good. Is her name Courtney too? No.
I don't know. I just started watching her. I'm really enjoying.
She's awesome.
it.
She's really good. She lives on the West Coast, I think. So she has a little bit different brands than I find, but she's fun to watch.
Yeah.
The stuff she finds. Gosh, I'm drawing a blank because I think that's her.
Charnel says I'm going to volunteer at my favorite thrift store. I don't get a discount and I can't hide things, but I can remember where they are. Are you allowed to shop while you're working, or do you have to wait till your shift is over?
Hey, did you?
He thinks there may be a family living in there somewhere in her storage unit.
Yeah, her name is Courtney too.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I knew it was driving me nuts. I'm like, okay,
What's
no,
her
but
channel?
that's not, no. Yeah.
What is it? Common tags, I think.
Common tag.
If you're into clothing, and she's just well-rounded. Like yesterday, I sat and watched her just question and answer thing, and it just well-rounded show. You know, she takes time for the personal stuff, and I enjoy that. Oh, Noelle, you're making me want to cry. Noelle's dad died.
So sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry for your loss. That's tough.
That's sad. I only have my dad left. My mom died very suddenly when she was 65. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I lost my dad first when I was 21. He was 40 when I was born, so he was 60, but he was a smoker, so lung cancer got him.
Yeah. Oh, and next week, guys, is our 1 year. So we're going to do a night show, live,
nice.
And put Robert in front of the camera again.
Fun. That'll be great.
Tuesday. I have it written down here. Tuesday the 19th at 8.
Okay.
So yeah, 1 year. I thought this is how different things went. I thought by the time we hit 1 year, I would hopefully have hit my 1,000 subscribers.
Woohoo!
And
And
look
awesome.
at you now. Yeah.
I'm almost to
You're almost to 3,000. That's
Yeah.
great.
That's awesome. Well, let's see where I am in a year.
You'll probably surpass me too.
I'm coming right back here. Hi, guys. Still
Oh,
working on my
Noelle.
channel.
Okay, I misread Noelle's comment. She said her dad died 32 years ago in a tractor accident. His ashes are on my backfield.
Oh, so she moved away from that place.
Oh. But still, it's sad. It's sad when you have to deal with your parents.
Sure. So, Noelle, you have an industrial warehouse space. Are you like in the northwest somewhere? Like, how expensive is that?
She's in the northwest.
Oh.
Even before I started doing eBay, I used to tell my husband I wanted a shed, and he thought that here in Florida it would be too risky, like not safe for hurricanes and all that kind of stuff. He's like, well, you don't want to put anything valuable in it because then it's not going to be weatherproof. So I don't know. He just thought it would not be worth the money. Plus, we have a detached garage. He said, you just need to clean out the spaces that you already have, and which is true. But it's still, it's like, oh, it would be nice to have a shed to spread out into.
Yeah,
I feel the same way.
I'm going to have to
build
grow.
another house. Go
What's
ahead.
that?
I said, I'm going to have to find more space.
Your building that you have, is it a block building or is it a mobile building or what?
No, we had it built.
Okay.
It's probably built better than my house.
Okay. So
But
it's a solid.
It's a solid building, but I mean, it has electricity and concrete floors. And okay, when we went to insulate it, people wanted outrageous amounts. We thought we'll do it ourselves.
Oh, no.
You're supposed to have like this much insulation in the ceiling. We probably have 3 feet deep.
It's not like it's like 2.
Okay, 2, but it's we just spray. We had that stuff everywhere. We just sprayed, and so now that it never changes temperature in there. And but I have a mini heat pump in there, but never changes temperature.
That's awesome. I would love to do that. And that it is kind of risky in Florida to do.
Yeah.
Like I would love to build under my house. It's such a great space under there, but for my eBay and stuff, but I'd have to put everything up high. And if we got a surge down here, it would go. So,
Lori, how bad does the storm have to be for you to evacuate? Like if a
when they
hurricane's
tell me to
coming?
go. I mean, when they say to go, we'll debate. We're pretty good at watching.
Yeah.
You know what?
And where do you go?
Well, my in-laws are up on they're by, let's see, Vero Beach. So I'll go there. And then my parents have a place in Miami. And my brother's in Miami now too. So I'll go up. I mean, and if I have to go farther, then I know people in Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the plan. So
Yeah.
up to Vero Beach first, and then out to Tampa if we had to. And
I guess it would depend on which coast it was going to hit.
yeah, so we got one on each where we can
Right.
go.
Right. We're right in the middle, so you know.
Oh, you're good.
I've
come
never
from
worried
either
about
way,
it.
but
The
you
only
guys
time
still
we had
get
really
storms.
2004 was the only bad time where we had tornadoes that came through. That was Charlie and Francis and Jean that all came through our county. But usually everything dissipates enough by the time it gets to us
Right.
that it's not crazy.
Well, we can see it. Like we can see where the storms are when they're moving off,
Right.
you know, and you can kind of watch them. You know, but there's those tricky ones that don't fall apart, and then they
Right.
Slap butt. But it's going to be a long time before that again, I believe.
Yeah.
We're just going out into the Gulf on the boat, and Big Pine took such a bad hit with Irma that the mangrove islands out there were just brown. Like they just
Wow.
looked like this, like fireland. Like they lit them all on, So for the last couple of years, though, I've been watching them turn green and green and green, and it is so pretty to watch it all come back. The coastline.
Nice.
Salesforce. I've heard of Salesforce before. I've had something that was Salesforce, but it's been a while.
What's Salesforce like?
That Beth Nelson is talking about a plush that they're giving away at her husband's. That's a bolo. So she's trying to get people to give her theirs.
Ah.
That's what I'd be doing too. But I have had amazing
shaking people down.
I've had amazing sales with advertising plush.
I know.
Never
you
in a
have.
million years would
Some
I.
other advertising plush I forgot to tell you about. It's a little telephone light bulb for the Southern Bell
Oh yeah.
telephone company.
And Rebel, every
Really
time you
bad
say
anyway.
that you've stopped adding up your profit from that high bid, I'm like, no, keep adding it. I want to know what your final total is when you sell it all. I think that would just be an amazing thing to say,
I could
Like
go
you-
back maybe. See, this was my list that was going, but I stopped when I had hit like $2,600. But I don't know how long ago this was. I don't know. I'm sure I'm into probably at least $4,000, if not
Yeah.
more.
Have you? I think it's Commonwealth Picker. He keeps a clipboard, and like all of his epic sales, whenever he sells something from that, he'll add that to it. And I want to start doing that too, just to keep track of what
That is
my
a
profit
fun.
is
That's a
from-
fun little avenue for
Yeah.
videos too.
Yeah,
I
it
like
is.
that idea a lot. I need to do that with my thread up boxes because they sell so fast, and then there's some that just kind of
Yeah,
sit. But I like watching the money made off of those.
yeah. Do it. See, that can be your niche for videos.
I'm thinking so. I think I'm going to try to
do
do
that.
at least one of them a week. I love doing them. I do get them regularly, so I think that's a good little avenue as well.
Oh, Robert found this mug, Lori. It says Conch Republic.
Republic.
US.
It's the Conch Republic. Yes, that is my land.
Yeah.
And Rebels, since we're talking about pronunciations, it's conch.
Yeah.
Conch.
Did you say conch?
Sorry.
Oh,
How we
Hey,
tell
put a
the
K.
tourists- we tell the
Really?
tourists from the locals down here. How do you say conch?
Conch. That's
I used
like
to work on a
here.
cruise ship, and they taught us all those things that went in and out of the Bahamas.
We have a town near us it's spelt Baileyton, Bailey ton, Baileyton, but they call it Belton. Belton.
Yeah.
I'm from Belton.
So it's just one of those local things.
Yeah. And I'm definitely in the South, even though I'm not from here.
Lisa, I like the shoe boxes, and I do like their designer boxes. Shouldn't say never, but their designer boxes haven't steered me wrong, and I always get really good shoe boxes. I mean, there's might be 2 or 3 pairs out of a 10-pair box that just sell a little bit slower. I might send them back to thread up. I don't know, but they move pretty quick, and they're like $4 to $5 a pair. You can't beat that. I want to say I got the last I've gotten a pair of Rothy's in every stinking box almost from them too, which is a good $100 sale. Or
I'm gonna do that. I'm going to do that one day. I'm going to get one of those boxes.
I'm gonna get one of them. I'm telling you,
I'll probably be the one.
When I get my area back in order and I can start trucking through again, we need to do one. All three of us need to grab a box and do it. It'd be fun.
Noel, he says Washington. I say Washington. What are some of the other words you say? The kids are always, he teaches in our homeschool co-op, and the kids are always laughing at the way he pronounces stuff.
So,
He doesn't teach English.
Lori, is ThreadUp only clothes? That's so out of my wheelhouse.
Clothes, jewelry. There's
That's even more
I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link to the rest of the boxes, and then you can look at the varieties that they have. They're a lot of fun.
Okay. Maybe if my daughter's more into clothes, maybe she could help me figure out something.
See, the thing with shoes is they're so easy. To me, it's easy. If I could sell shoes all day long. If that's all I could sell, I would be so happy. I would be so happy because I can fly through them, and they're so easy to look up. Usually the style name is on there, the size is there. I mean, it's just I take 6 pictures the same damn way every darn time, So it's like I could fly through those.
I don't know. I have no desire to do clothes or shoes. I'm just not.
I'm losing it. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing now. I'm kind of losing the desire. But again, the shoes are fast and quick money. They flip.
Yeah.
I
go to yard sales and thrift stores, and I'll see the shoes and I just glaze over. But then you show me the bookshelf and I'm like, oh, and I'm like all about it. So we're just all different. But I don't know. I don't think I would. I have a couple of clothing items in my store, but it's stuff that belonged to my daughter that she was done with. And so I just went ahead and listed them. But I don't know. I'm just not.
I like it. It's my wheelhouse. I enjoy it. But I'm just to the point now where it's like, we're just going to move on.
Yeah.
Get rid of the stuff. I'm not selling clothes under $30.
I bought a bunch of shoes at an estate sale this week. They were $2 a pair, and they were Danskos and Clarks.
You can't beat that either. That's great.
They were in excellent condition.
And they sell quick.
And then Jersey Gypsy said, don't buy a Goodwill Blue box. I buy them all the time.
You did.
I like them. Well, I've bought 10 boxes so far. The first,
but you just bought the plush boxes, right?
Yeah,
she may have had a bad experience with some other.
She says it's a plush box, but I've done well in the last 6 that I bought. So,
yeah, I've done Goodwill, shopgoodwill.com, and then I go and I sort through all of the Goodwills in Southern Florida. So I'll sort by 4 or 5 different Goodwills, and then I will look at their dollar listings, which is stuff that's ending that didn't sell for a certain amount of time. They list for $1, and I'll go comb through that and get some great stuff. Great stuff. Just gotta weed down your search or whatever it's called, where you want to search to, how much, if it's for auction or this, and you can really find some good stuff. And I haven't done a blue box, so I would like to do a plush box with Revel.
Yeah, I would do that.
Where you got it from, Goodwill, Revel?
Oh, she's muted. I would be more likely to do a plush box than a clothing box. I just can't see myself buying a clothing box.
Well, but like I said, there's other stuff too. There's a thing called the fun box you'd probably be into, with just random stuff, and it's cheap.
Okay.
Nothing like crazy spendy. But yeah, I'm losing my.
Okay, I'm back.
So Noelle was answering my question about her setup, but she said her storage units, she's getting rid of those. I guess after she finishes her because I know she's renovating, and so she says my shop built the industrial warehouse is 28 by 18. It has power, heat, water, bathroom, nice Wi-Fi, and 24-hour security. $1,800 a month, and I'll be there for a year. So that's where she's renting that, but she's building a shop, right? So then you'll be moving out of that. So I'm guessing that's what I'm like, I didn't go back all the way to read it. But anyway.
I just told Robert this morning, I would love to build a warehouse and hire employees.
Me
and just do it
too.
for like the next 5 years or so. But then I think that's a lot of work.
Well, hey, did you guys, not to bring up anything crazy, but I just saw this morning that our friend Chris at Daily Refinement,
I saw that. Yeah. I watched the video.
I have
and
like
his live-
anxiety for him right now. I mean, I'm sure he'll bounce back. He'll be okay. But
Yeah, he's gonna be
Cheapers,
fine.
man, that just puts it in a little bit of perspective.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's gonna be fine.
Yeah, I was
But
watching.
it's still scary to me. Like, that's still scary. Like,
Yeah.
It took me. I figured it out last night, right as I was getting ready to go to bed, and it was like I laid up till 1 o'clock, just sad for him. And
yeah,
I know he's gonna be fine.
right, same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did y'all watch his live stream this morning?
I was
did, a little
watching
bit
it
of
when
it.
this came
We were
on.
coming on, so I watched a little bit of it. But you know what? He has definitely got a good attitude about it. Me, I'd be like,
Right.
I don't know. He looked rough yesterday in that video, very stressed.
But
Which
if you
I
think
would-
about it,
all
has
of the
always,
money that he has tied into that is just, he's got employees, and like he was saying, he has other people that count on him.
but he already likes to change and evolve and grow. That's what his whole thing is about, daily refinement. So I have a feeling if something hadn't happened, he would have probably made something happen. Just like, how he started that whole new store last year. And then when it got to where he wanted it, he shut it down. So, I think this is just because even he was saying, I think this morning, he's like, if I could have planned for this and, that would have been really smart, but,
Yeah.
I think he's,
I think he's trying to find the upsides to a really crappy situation. But I mean, guys, I can't even imagine, like, just all the just to have to get rid of all that inventory and go through it every single.
Well, I don't think he's worried about that because he'll.
No, I think I am.
Oh, you are.
I think I'm worried about that.
Yeah, because he said, he could start a store. He'll sell it on some other platform. I mean,
right? No,
he's not even worried about that.
My heart is broken for him. I don't like that. I think he's putting on a good front and a nice smiley face, but yeah, and I know he'll bounce. I know he'll do just fine. But jeepers, I love him in my heart.
I know it seems like a bad move on eBay's part in a way. It seems like a bad move on their part, and I'm sure they weighed it out, but he's been such an influencer and bringing people to eBay and helping people learn how to do eBay that, if I were higher up in eBay, I would probably be like, okay, is this worth it to lose him? And they were, I guess apparently they thought it wasn't worth the risk, but
the rules are the rules.
Yeah.
He's even admitting he probably did everything wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And, like he said, use it as a teaching moment. And I think he's going to be I know he's going to be just fine. And I don't know if we'll see him off of eBay forever, maybe, but maybe something will come of that. I know he said he plans on staying for the community, which is really nice because I eat his information, just the meal.
Because it's reselling, regardless of what platform you're on. He's
brilliant. The guy's got it. He knows what the hell he's doing, and he's like, even he said there's only so much you can teach on eBay too, But eBay's changing all the time as well, so he kept up with it for me.
I think he'll still be putting out content that's pertinent to all of us.
Oh yeah,
which he does.
Yeah, because YouTube is a totally separate thing. So, and he's still got. I'm sure he's got a good YouTube income. So,
well, I think he said that he is allowed to have like he said, he goes into eBay stores. Different eBay stores, other people's eBay stores to help them with stuff. So he's still allowed to do all that and comment.
Oh, that's good.
So it's not like a complete.
But he said he can't even buy on eBay now.
Right.
Yeah. You can't. Yeah. No. It's just crazy.
Yep.
Okay. Moving on.
right.
But yeah, that was a tough thing.
All right.
So, Lori, did you see your question? It says, what's your favorite kind of thread up box to buy?
Yeah, I was just saying that. Oh, I forgot. The shoe boxes or the designer. But the designer boxes are really hard to get, though. You've got to set your alarm on your phone, have it go off at random lives. Check thread up. That's how you get them, man.
Rebel, I wonder if Noelle would want to come on here one Wednesday. She's always in our chat a lot, and she has a channel. She says, y'all making me giggle, and I've missed everyone. I don't know. Could we have Noelle come on as a guest?
If she's
sometime?
ever available, we can always have a fourth,
Yes.
and it could be different people.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome.
That was the original concept, and
Right?
then it was
me and Lizzie just hijacked Rebel.
threesome.
She's ours.
It would be fun to chat with her, and any of you guys. It'd be fun to chat with
Yeah,
y'all in
anybody that
person.
wants to come on.
And we got to do that live shopping again. Everybody loved that last week.
I'm glad.
I was thinking about doing that today, but I wanted to talk it over with you guys before I just was there. So maybe next Wednesday I'll go to the Sally up by me.
So I went back and watched that whole thing because I was worried about how it turned out,
fun.
but I was afraid there was going to be a lot of background noise, but there really wasn't. So
No,
that
was
was
fun.
good. That was
You're a
good.
good on the road reporter. I like it.
Yeah. And that was the other thing yesterday that Common Tags girl said that, she uses her phone. She doesn't even think she would ever do a GoPro. I'm
Really?
not comfortable. I know there's other YouTubers that wear the head GoPros and I have the chesty thing. I think if I do this year, I'm going to just use my phone, and I'll do some videos like that. But I already tried once. And it
would be easier.
I've already tried once, and I deleted them all. It was I would turn it off and then forget to show people what I had in my bag, and I was trying to do it one-handed, and Robert wasn't. It was a mess. I didn't even let him see it because he tried to convince me that it was usable.
Well, I was way behind on comments. I'm like scrolling through. There's a lot of comments I hadn't even seen yet.
She would absolutely over to come on.
And she says, "You girls, GURLS, think you can handle me?" I don't know. I'm a little scared of you, Noelle. I don't know. You're pretty tough.
I'm ready.
I watch her videos. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like her lives.
Yeah. Just
breaks it down.
Girl?
The
Yeah,
nitty-gritty of what I'm looking for.
Hey, Noelle, if you're available next week, just get in contact with me where I can send you the link, and we'll just do it again, and then Lori can be on the road.
Oh yeah, that's true. That'd be fun to have an extra person. If somebody's gonna be on the road, we need a third person to
I'll do some
carry the
shopping
chat.
next week. Maybe I'll go down to the Key West one. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I've got a couple of things I need to do, but I'm going to be doing something with Courtney here real soon. A couple of things with Courtney from Bolo Buddies. So
Fun.
I can't dedicate maybe yet me being out on a day like this. And I'd leave Robert here because I don't know if I could manage trying to think. Robert would be here and I would be out.
that would be fun.
Yeah.
Lori, if you're gonna go out to Key West, you'll have to show us a few beach scenes, and
I will. That's why. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to Key West because then you guys, there's some fun stuff down there. I'll roll by. Only one thrift store, but
but there's lots of fun stuff down there.
There's fun stuff. Yes, I will do that.
All right, Noelle, don't give him ideas. I don't like the GoPro.
See, I like that. I like the magnet. I could do that. I wear a bag that goes across, like a crossbody fanny pack dealy-mabob. And it looks ridiculous. I probably could strap a GoPro on and you wouldn't even know, between the boat floaty and everything else I have attached to the darn thing. But yeah, the magnet. Have you guys seen that one where it just looks like a button?
Yeah, I hadn't heard of that. My problem with the GoPro is I need to see what I'm showing. Like if I'm showing something in front of me, and it's always like only half of the toy, or it's ridiculous angles where I think I could control it better if I had my phone. Just they're
Yeah, but don't
awful.
you gotta record in sideways when you're on your phone recording for YouTube? You gotta flip your phone sideways.
I don't know,
Otherwise,
do
it
you?
comes out like this.
Otherwise, it does the.
Yeah,
I didn't
Use
even know
this.
that.
yeah,
See, I
you do.
didn't know.
You do.
Oh, see, then I would have already been
So
wrong
then
on that last
then you're
video.
walking around like a dingling, like you're definitely people know you're recording when you're doing this, You're like this
True.
so much, but like this, like, are you recording? No.
No,
Why?
I'm
Are you
talking.
recording around here?
Yeah. I don't.
Y'all have to go get my taxes finished. I'm chatting too much.
Yeah. Same
I've only
here.
added up sales for September and October. I've still got November and December to do.
I'm gonna
So
list my
cute.
aloe dish. I really
I finished my
want to
packages. I don't have labels on them yet, but I finished them.
Good job.
So, and I got to
I'm
lean.
done. I'm gonna go to the post office, and then let's see. We will see you guys back here next Wednesday. I will
Next
be in Key West.
Wednesday. Well, and don't forget Tuesday. Make sure you guys come in and do the
I
live.
got you on the
We're
calendar.
gonna try to figure out a couple of what are they called? Prizes, gifts, whatever. We've got a couple of ideas. Robert says there's rules
Giveaway.
to that. There's
Fun.
rules that I got to figure out on giving stuff away. So I've got some ideas.
We're not giving that away.
I know.
Take it back.
All right.
We don't need bad strikes on you.
Yeah.
All
we
right,
don't need that
guys.
text. All right. Bye, everybody. It's been fun
Bye.
today.
Bye.